a target. Now me hype on my face it. True minds me a save it. Them go fend if it trendy. Bank account can't empty. Give us over markets. Link me wife when me want. Cause when side get breed up, try support that lead to farming over plastic, investment over graphic. Inheritance when me see it up, me alright baby. Yo, if you were 50 and never make a brings get used.
All right, you're in tune to Roots FM 96.1 on the FM band. Coming up in a moment, we have Arlene Bailey beaming in from Fletcher's Land. And I know she has some, hot topics and possibly an interview this morning. So we look forward to that, and she'll be on in just a moment. Oh, we can actually go on now. All right. Arlene, take it away. Good morning. Arlene? Unmute your mic, please.
Yeah.
All right.
I am always happy to be zooming into Roots 96.1 FM, the voice of the community, the voice of the voiceless. And this morning, I'll be having a guest in studio, and his name is Professor Ian Campbell.
Yeah, but we'd like to see you. We always look forward to that blonde wig. We're not seeing your face.
You're going to be seeing me in a little while. I'll soon get to you.
All right. Yes,
so
ma'am.
While I get myself ready for the show, I will just keep talking to you. Yes, guys, there were all of us something to talk about, right? Initially, I had wanted to interview one of my boys who did very well in tech, but not from Fletcher's done, because you know what coming to me say. But his mother is very busy this morning, so she won't be able to do it today, but definitely next week. But I'll be featuring a male from Torrington Park. Well, grew up in a Torrington Park, but do very well for himself, so want to show the world. So guess what? Good man in the come from what I get to. Very brilliant men. Because I like the fact that our men do all kind of wrongs, right? But when them do good, are best kept secret. So my duty today is to make sure you understand. Say, yo, man, them are going to, them are going themselves, Them are doing all for good something, I want people to know so them are do that. We want people to understand that our men are doing extremely well. Extremely well too. Because more time on go on like say, the man them on go do bad things. Don't you work as pooper, all thieving boy, all of those labels. But we want to change that. We want to talk a lot more about the best kept secrets. Because when men do good, everyone kind of more modest than the females. So you don't hear about it. But when they do, how much of them, how much percentage they go from the ghetto, go to prison, how much this, how much that. Yeah. We don't like that. Because that's how we stay. We like to highlight the negative. But this morning we're going to do something different. We're going to highlight the positives coming out of the inner city as it relates to our males. Yeah, man, are the man they want to talk about because we not give them no forward too tough, and we need to give them a forward. The other day, I saw something on social media. This man and his woman, baby mother, catch up a graduation because she want all of the hype and the excitement out of the graduation and everything of the man. And the man said no. And him start to disrespect her based on what? But when them show the video, they show the video with the man as the aggressor. You know, people them say them splice out, them want splice out and show up the man as the aggressor. But everybody who knew the guy knew that he was the real. I'm the real man. He make it happen. So you see, that is how it is. But tell them all the while, you were late, man. Because I mean, it never has to come down to that. Somebody could have intervened and make sure say it don't escalate. That could have been something that could have been done, but that wasn't done. People just decide, say, boy, you hear me? We are go make that something look bad for the man. The good father, yeah, we always go on good with himself. But as soon as I hear Ian, Mr. Professor Campbell, you're online. Is Professor Campbell with us?
I'm here, Ali.
All right. Are you sure, brother? Me not take. Me not take off your shine, you know. I hear sure. Just tell them about your journey from
Okay.
Torrington Park and the other side. Yes.
Uh,
And
all
the
right.
Leslie Foundation. You have a lot to tell them, so I can shut up now. All
All
right.
right. Well, first I want to say thanks to not only yourself, but I also want to say thanks to ISIS and Roots 96.1 to having me on air once again. I do appreciate it, and my thanks goes to the team of Roots and Voice of Jamaica, as you said, or Voice of the People, and also to yourself. All right. So thank you very much. All right. So one of the things I came on the show is about, like Arlene said, to talk about myself, who I am, and the journey I'm on. I wouldn't say I've taken, because the journey I'm on. I use present tense because right now I've not completed my journey. I am still on that journey. So just to give you a brief history about myself, Arlene, and to your listeners. Again, my name is Ian Campbell. That's my given name, but a lot of people may not know that. As I said before, I'm a professor. I'm a college professor, working as employed by the University of Maryland Global Campus, or UMGC for short, overseas. That I teach overseas. I'm an adjunct professor. I do a lot of lecturing and teaching here overseas in Germany on the United States military compound. So that's what I do. I do that in its entirety. So that's my title as a professor. Another title I also received was I'm actually a doctor. Yeah, to myself. I got to give myself credit for that one. So I'm a doctor of science, in cybersecurity. I'm not, people may say I got a PhD, but it's not a PhD. It's a DSC, a doctor of science. I'll let you guys look at that later on, the difference between a PhD and a DSC. A doctor's a doctor regardless, but it's a crown achievement for myself coming from inner city Kingston, inner city ghetto, of what I've achieved. I remember back in, I used to live in Hannahtown. I used to walk up downtown Orange Street and Princess Street barefoot, putting my hands in garbage just to find money or to sell tobacco for food and things like that, or, to help with my mother. So to the journey that I've undertaken from inner city Kingston, inner city ghetto, to my present path right now, which is a doctor of science and also a college professor, is a tremendous achievement on my part. And I owe it all to first of all, to God above. Without Him, nothing is possible. So to listeners, please keep that in Father within your heart. And my family, my loved ones, all the people that have supported me through my path and everything, my path and my journey. I really owe them a lot, because without God above and my family and friends, I wouldn't be where I am. So in a nutshell, Arlene, that's me. That's who I am. Doctor, professor, whatever title you want to use to call me, it's fine. I'm not big on titles. I am definitely not big on titles, but I use it every now and then to get my point across, because in America, and especially in Jamaica, people like to look at titles a lot. If you got your title, you're putting up in your face, they tend to jump more quicker. I don't know if you know about that, Arlene.
Yeah, there's a lot of truth in what you say, sir. But I mean, I don't want you to be too modest, I want you to highlight, because what I really plan to do today is to highlight the positive males coming out of the inner city. So if you are modest, you make me work hard.
All right.
Too modest. Yeah, show off. Me I beg you show off.
I understand you saying that, Arlene, but there's going to be a fine line between confidence and being a narcissist, which I'm trying not to be a narcissist or arrogant. So that's the reason why I'm bordering on that line of being a confident individual, confident black man, and not being a narcissist at the same time. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but hear what me want from you this morning, because I have to make sure the people them understand that good people come out of the inner city. Good people. You understand me? Man, we are do well because remember, you know, they know all of what they done and what fire shot, you know. Everybody know that good, you know. You understand? Because them man, they don't make no, they make sure you know, you know. You don't know me, I mean, I'm John Tom, you know. I mean, they give the police them a hard time over Mountain View, you know. You understand me? So when we are highlight the positive, we want you, don't worry about a narcissist thing today. Today we want the men, them, the young men, and the innocent say, hey, I want to be the next Ian Campbell. You understand me? My mother never did have it and me walk barefoot. Them, and none of them you know walk barefoot, you know. None of them want to now walk barefoot. So you need to say, look here.
I know that.
The fact that me walk barefoot. Me right now, me walk barefoot, but guess what? I am in the position where I can buy 2 dozen shoes with 2 little boy. You understand me? I never had somebody, you never have nobody to buy your shoes when you want. That's why you walk barefoot. But now you make yourself, you put yourself in a position where you can do that for another young child, right? You
Yeah, that's true,
that
Arlene.
somebody, right? So we have to highlight these things because we want people to understand. Say, yo, see there? And I show off the money, I show off what the money I tell you. Say, you say if me do it, you can do it too. Right? And that's what we really want to tell them. If you do it, them can do it too. You say if you do it, it's possible. So
and nothing's impossible.
And I'm sure
nothing is impossible.
Nothing, we just make them know say it's possible because me do it. So let's show off this to go on this song.
All right. I'll do my best, but I bought it on that line still. I bought it on that line, but I'll do my best. All right. So going back to what you said, it is possible. You know, again, going back to my upbringing, you know, we live in a tenement yard. My mother, my brother would sleep on the same bed, one bed. I remember me and my brother used to go to school and church, and we have one pair of shoes. So these are some of the things I experienced growing up in the ghetto, especially in the city of Kingston. Anatone, moved from Anatone and then going towards Staunton Park. These are some of the things that I've experienced. I remember, you know, like I said, all the man and the dan them and everything like this. I'm a firm believer. I'm a firm believer there should not be a thing known as dans within the inner city of Kingston. There shouldn't be a dan. There should not never be a dan. You know, a dan doesn't uphold the peace or uphold the law or within the community. That's the job of the police officer. So I'm a firm believer there should not be a dan. However, we have this mentality within inner city Kingston that we need to elevate somebody within the echelon so that they can be the voice of the people. That's not the voice of the people. The voice of the people is the elected representative within the community, and the people that keeps the peace is the police officer. So I don't believe in dons, but I got to where I'm at right now by hard work. I didn't go around. I don't smoke. I've never smoked weed before. Let me take it back. I did it once. I did it one time. I'm not lying. I did one time. Just
I
one
never
time.
like it.
I'll be honest.
I never like it.
I never like it. I never touched it again. One time, and I just took a draw one time. And the reason I did it because when I retired from the military, I'm a retired officer. I'm a retired officer in the United States Army. When I retired from the military, everyone was talking about it, and I went to Jamaica one time. They said, "Try it." So I just took a friend of mine. I saw that person guilty. I took a drug, gave it back to them. I've never done it since 2018. That's 2018. Once and once alone, and I've never done it again.
Nice,
but I've kept that path, and I've been following through. Doing things I've done because I believe in kids. I believe in trying to uplift the community and trying to put back to where I came from. Like I said before, no one was there to help me. I found out doing it the hard way. I did it the hard way.
You just have to know what you wanted and get where you want, right? That's how you're going. You have to know what you want. And yeah, me neither I don't believe so.
Someone tell me one time.
What you say? One time.
No. Someone told me one time, talking about back to myself. Someone said, "Hey, listen." They said my person like this. Once I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. I put my mind to it, I'm gonna do it because there is nothing more powerful than the mind that can set forth to do something. Once you put your mind to something and you keep on that path, you'll be able to do it. I don't even cut you about to talk about the dance situation. So I'm gonna go back to you when you say that.
I don't believe in the dance thing either. None at all. You see the people them like myself, the police, And people like you that have gone on before us and do well, those are the people supposed to keep the community. That's why we want a lot of more positive mentors in our community. So nobody now if want to be not done. But the positive people, them isolate themselves because they're afraid to be scarred and marred by the others. You understand me? But you look how far you reach and you come back, keep coming back. That's what we want. You have to help with the police, you, me. We are the person that will make the community a better place. Not the done. Not the done. We need to take away the function of the done. You see, if somebody used to go to the done with money, we need to be able to come up with something, but we can create a lunch money fund for the children. That them now have to go to the done. The government do for them part of the party program. So we need to take away the function of the done. How do we do it? Just like we are do.
And the thing about
foundation, that is taking away some of the function of the done.
And that's what I'm trying to do, Arlene. But the thing about is that I'm trying to do it, and I said trying because it's a hard lift. It's a hard thing to do.
It's hard.
And the reason I say it's hard is because it goes back to the concept of the so-called done, which I guess we can debate this all the time. I said there should not be even a thing called that within the inner city ghetto. But these men or women, whoever they are, they use their psychological prowess and their psychological know-how, whatever, to deceive, decept, and intimidate, and also coerce young men and young women to be like them and everything else there is. And it's hard for people like me to reach out to someone and say, okay, you don't have to go the illegal way, you can do it the right way and get it done. Because guess what? Kids in general are very impressionable. If they see you do something, they'll go on and do it too. Someone told me one time, and you know it, Arlene, with the inner ghetto, if the kids down in the ghetto see their mother or their father as a doctor or a nurse or a teacher, they want to grow up to be the doctor, or nurse, or a teacher. However, the kids see their parents, and the kids see friends being a gunman, being a drug that smoke weed and everything, and they're gonna grow up like that because they're impressionable. They take that mentality and they use it, and it's all psychological. They use it and they want to be like that. So to break that paradigm itself is very hard. But part of the foundation method is the foundation is trying to break that. The foundation, the Lesbian Elders Foundation, is looking to break that paradigm and getting kids to be more involved in something else than guns and drugs. As the president of Lesbian Elders Foundation, I'm looking at using IT, using STEM, science, technology, engineering, mathematics, in order to get these kids more engaged in something else apart from drugs, apart from guns, apart from looking at the wrong person to be a mentor. I'm doing that. And I've had kids, literally, I've had kids right now and parents calling me, wanting me to be a mentor of their kids. I just recently spoken to a friend of mine. She put her son on his phone and everything. I say, I want you to be his mentor. And I met people in the ghetto took advantage of the opportunity. And I took advantage of the opportunity. But you can be a success in Jamaica. You can.
Anywhere you plant, you can grow.
Anywhere you plant, you can grow, as long as you nurture it.
You can grow, as long as it is nurtured and it's the right soil. Right? Yeah, anywhere you plant, you can grow. And we need them to understand that. There's a lot of people who don't. They feel like if you don't go foreign, you can't make it. You understand me? No. I hear so you're born. Right? And our right. Right. And we want more people to understand. So guess what? Giving back make a lot of sense. Because a problem anywhere is a problem everywhere. Because you might live in a upscale neighborhood and you feel like you're safe. But guess what? You see the people them where disenfranchised, when they want something for thief, or they want somebody and them come thief from you. So what you want to do to make sure that don't reach you. Help them. Help them to be a better person. So them who want thief. True. I want to have a conversation with Mr. Ian. We want to find out what he can do for me. I mean, it means if you beg a thing, to say, you can assist him to be a better person. I want to be a better person. No want to make my mother proud too. You understand me? But me not even know which part to start. I really want to go to school every day about so and so and stuff. You might not be able to do it, but if I talk to a friend and the friend say, okay, not a problem. I can mentor this young man and I will also I see where he's going so I can sponsor his lunch money because sometimes in a school them no want to go. I know school them no want to go, but they no have no lunch money. I know bad them no want. I know like them no. They don't want to bad enough. But guess what? I saw you have to get a thing. You understand me? You want a thing, so you go there so and it done give something to do. Girl, go and check it. So
That's true.
Now go link me, girl. So one black that go on here for me. You can't tell him no, because you always go to him for money. You understand me?
That's true.
You can't tell him no, you know, because when you want lunch money, sometime I him you say. You said, bossy, they got something no? My elder, they got something no? All right, so guess what? I think one for if ever deserve another, you might get something for doing. So we want to take away the function. If we are doing well in our community, even though we have a done in the community, don't worry about it done well in our community. Make we start what we work, just like what you've been doing. And you know what is going to happen? When the done realize same position I get obsolete. When him realize same position don't make no sense, him go come check Mr. Campbell. What go on here now, whatever I want to call it, because you know everybody grow up together. I see you go on that little thing, I like it, you know. When you say, oh, I can't help, you find out, because guess what? Him realize the imposition I get obsolete, and him no want that. So him start to figure out how me can link up with it. Let's my Ellis Foundation and be a prominent factor. No longer want to be a Dan, or so he wants to help. He might be in a position where he can teach you them, coach you them in a football or something else. Because he no want to get left out, you know. He realized that if me go on the same way, you know, where I go, my position I will get obsolete. Nobody now go remember about me. So he must start doing good things. Because that is what that keeping in a Torrington Park, or that keeping whichever other inner city community, doing the things to make in a good way, to be seen in a good way. We want positive mentors for our community, especially for our males. Girls, I don't love my girls, but guess what? You know the males are the it, right? So they need a positive mentor. The males are harder it, so they need a positive mentor. So, Mr. Campbell, Professor Campbell, it is not about showing up. It is about showing the young men and women that they can be a force to be reckoned with in a positive way. Me grow up Anato. Look how I go on Anato. You grow up Anato, but you're not a member. You're not a member of the stats. Police now walk, tell if you walk fast, nobody now ask a question, you know, nobody now shoot after you. So guess what? No worry, nobody feel like say, boy, you make up your mind for dead early. Because you know see nobody will live till they old. You start past the funeral parlor, them and say, me like that casket there. And that casket there. How kind of foolishness is this? And that casket there me want when me dead. You start to like your casket. You hear the mother say, Lord God, the funeral is big and nice, you see. And some want me son funeral look. We talk about a funeral like that. We talk about graduation and accolades and merits and, you know, you name it. That's what we want to have our children talking about and working towards. So you have to show off. Call it that if you want, because so we don't know what we mean. You have to tell them. You have to let them understand, say, it is possible. You have to keep your eye on the prize and reflect on the positive. You never, me right now, you don't even know how much pair of shoes you have. Same boy we walk up and down barefoot. Same boy we want to sell 2 backlogs. Yes, you can be somebody. I know where you come from or where you go. And that's what I try to tell them this morning. You understand me? I know where you come from.
And that's true, you know. And one thing when I came to America, I learned about is how to invest. You gotta invest. You gotta invest money properly. And I teach a lot. I teach a lot, but I talk a lot of to young men, and here in America, and also I try to teach a lot to the young men in Jamaica as well. Especially my director for Jamaica, Mr. O'Shane Prairie. So a fact about Mr. Creary now, we know Mr. Creary is spoken in O'Shea.
Yes.
O'Shane,
Yes.
while a man got his master's degree, he got his master's degree while in school. And I think a couple months ago, he told me, Mr. Kemba, I need for you to, I need a recommendation from you. And that's a recommendation. He said, yes, I'm going to school now for my PhD. I'm like, oh, I was so ecstatic. I'm like, this young man from the ghetto, from the community, has been followed. It's like he's taking a mirror my footstep in every single way. So, there's positive thing that come from it. There's positive things coming from that.
You see how far? You see this man move fast? Yes. And them something they want to talk about.
Yeah, man, he's moving straight ahead right now. He's going to school right now. I said, no problem. I wrote up his recommendation for his PhD program, and I emailed it to you, and it's individual to your program, because that's for it. And a lot of young men, and he's just one example right there in Jamaica that talked on a daily basis. He learns from me, and so do I learn from him, because guess what? There's no such thing. I don't know everything. I have people that work to me sometimes. People that work to me, hey, I'm a doctor. I'm a professor. I'm like, it doesn't mean I don't know. I don't know anything. Yeah. So I learn from him as well. I learn from people, and I want to mentor these young men and young women out there. Trust me, because they need that. They need that mentorship.
They need positive role models. They need positive mentors. There are a lot more people who can do it, but the thing is, you try to segregate yourself, your hands off. You act like, it's some curse to get associated with. But guess what? Trust me, I'm so we can fix Jamaica. We have to take the bull by the arm. We cannot sit back and say, are the government, are the political representative. It is us. We are the mass, It is us, me, you. We have to do it. This radio station will allow people to come and share our best practices and the things that work in our communities, so that somebody else can listen and want to emulate what we are doing. Our call. That's why I was. So we share advice. It's a trainer situation. You train me, me train you. You learn from me learn from you. Because every day you learn.
That's true. If you don't learn something every day, you're not doing justice to yourself.
Every day you learn, no matter how, because you might have a perspective on something today, but tomorrow when you look at it, we have to take it from another level. Like today we might say, why are the prime minister the responsibility? Are the politics? And I say, no, I know them living in a community, take back that. And me living in a community. If we don't work hard to make this community a safer space, when the prime minister here, what am I going to do? When this stuff happen, you are down there. You are the first responders in every situation on the ground. So we have to make ourselves ready. We have to find the requisite skill set to deal with certain things. Certification of psychological first aid, and then something that we need that in these communities. Mediators. We need that, and you know what? Thanks to social media, we can learn so much things sitting in your very own, in the comfort of your own home, if you are willing. Just ask Google, ask any one of those whatever, and social media, and you will get the information. Talk to Mr. Campbell, talk to somebody. There's always somebody who knows. There is always somebody who can assist us with what we want to do. We can't just roll over and play the dance. Chaya, they mash up already. Because you have some old people say them. They mash up already, make no sense. And a town can come back. It can. No matter how much you say dead, it can. And the owners is on the rest of us, we're still living. We make sure say Anatown, Turrington Park, Fletcher's Southside be a better place. And it can be. Let me tell you something. It's not a lot. We're going on a break. We'll be right back. Guys, don't go anywhere.
Excuse me, no pagans. Don't seek validation. Toast and admiration from you nor your patrons. Boasting about name brands. Because over 8 grand. When we searching up this.
You're listening to Roots 96.1 FM. Owned and operated by the Mustard Seed communities. Giving voice to the voiceless.
St. Andrews South, St. Andrews South. Do you want to know what the police is doing for you in serving and protecting you, our valid residents? Then tune in to the St. Andrews South Beats this and every Thursday, 11 a.m. right here on Roots 96.1 FM. Join Commanding Officer Superintendent Kirk Ricketts and the dedicated officers of the St. Andrews South Police who will facilitate your questions and inquiries. That's the St. Andrews South Beat this and every Thursday, 11 a.m. on Roots 96.1 FM, the voice of the inner city.
Get the real inner city community news and be informed. You can do all that and more on City Beat, Monday to Friday at 12:45 p.m. on Roots 96.1 FM. City Beat puts you in the know and keeps you rocking in the world of knowledge. So let City Beat catch you on Roots 96.1 FM, Monday to Friday at 12:45 for City Beat. City Beat is a pulse of the city, so don't miss it. Monday to Friday at 12:45 p.m. on Roots 96.1 FM.
Serve. Come here, more up and reach home and come and go listen Daniel pan Roots FM.
Well, I don't. Nobody rush me at that, huh? So we make you want to go listen Roots FM so urgent.
The man show nice, plus it full of cash and prizes.
Oh, yeah,
Him
really?
play good music, plus it educational and just full of vibes. So just try hurry up here, man.
See your thing then, yeah.
Tune in on Thursdays from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. on Roots 96.1 FM with DJ Daniel. The Launch.
Yeah. 2-0, 2-2. Bush loader. Keep saying one, man. Ready, man? Yeah. Excuse me, no pagans. Don't seek validation. Those and admiration. From you now, your patrons. Boasting about name brands. But also over 8 grand. When me searching up the same one.
It is 25 minutes to the hour of 12 o'clock, and of course we're in the Mecri Talk Wednesday program with Arlene Bailey and guest, I think it's Alan, right? Yeah. And of course we want to say hi to Marsha. Marsha is locked in from Washington, D.C., loving the program, and so many more loving the program. So we say thank you so much for being in the mix.
Oh my God, thank you guys for having me. You know, it's a privilege to be here to highlight. Mr. Professor Campbell, we need to see you. Are you there? I mean, it's such a breath of fresh air when you hear people talk about a man like Ian Campbell out of Anatone, don't? The last time we listen anything about Anatone, you hear, you see, either you hear or you see dead body on the ground. You know, but when we see Ian in living color, we grew up in Anatone, Tarrington Park, in a them space, we have to highlight what he has been doing. We have to highlight what he has become, you know, and he's still becoming, you know, because I mean, the limit is beyond the sky. So we can't get too modest and say, you have the PhD, and people have to know, because we want the people to understand, say, the limit is beyond the sky, and no matter where you come from, or where you go, a whole heap more we have the story. Whole heap more. You understand me? But we don't share it often enough. Sometimes isolatedly you hear a little story right this and over this, but we don't pump it in. We need to make it sink in. When Ian Campbell, yeah man, hail from Anatone, Tarrington Park, you know, talk. You feel different when we look at my own Dr. Ramon Peart. You know how me feel? Yeah, yes, me still have one next one where we might go do a lock-up visit, and when me look, me see one of the youth them from what me know in myself. Yeah, and we talk about that Wally. But how much time you have to comment on Ramon Peart, Dr. Ramon Peart? Me look a baby. We basically growing in your hand, and when you look now, I'm a doctor. Medical doctor. When you look now upon Ian Campbell from Anatone, Tarrington Park, he is a professor. Them something that we want to highlight more. And we have to understand, say, the police and the politicians, yes, they are paid well, especially the politicians, to do their work. But at the end of the day, we are the ones who live in these communities. So we have to make sure that it is what it is supposed to be. Me now, we decide say I want me lay down roots in a Fletcher's land, born in a rural Jamaica, come a Fletcher's land, buy house a Fletcher's land, buy houses in a Fletcher's land, then me now have to make sure the Fletcher's land is a good place. The onus is on me to make sure that my house profit go up. You understand? It don't depreciate because of the crime stats. So me have to make sure the onus is on me to make Fletcher's land a better place. So we have to find a way to communicate with a done if we have a done, to let them understand. And let me tell you something, communication is not only through words. You can communicate by doing. You can come and people want to emulate you. You understand me? Me I walk through my community and people, who say mommy, auntie, say bossy or prezi. So here you go. You see what I'm going? Title. Basically the same title them would have get it than me get. Why? How comes? Because of the work where you put out for them. How profound you do what you do. What I'm bossy? Prezi? Yeah. Police come and Fletcher's land come work. And before they left me, my title for them, and mommy. Me have several police son. How comes? Me know several men where people that say they are gunman. And I never see them with a gun because guess what? The respect where they there. So you see, you communicate without saying. You don't have to say put on a gun, you don't have to say stop do this or stop do that. You see when them realize with the direction of the community are going you see when they realize which direction the community is going in, they have no choice but to follow back. Yeah man, then we follow back because let me tell you something. No matter what we say, all of us, I want to believe we have a ego. We have a something about it. No matter how modest. We hope to be or try to be. They're like an accolade, something they're like a nice feelings the way you get when people say something nice about you. We are human beings, make you feel nice. That feel good there where you get from doing good, even when them not say it. Me I tell you, that feel good there where me get from doing good. If me they woman me not have no money. I me kind of have like a down spirit. One thing me know me have a clothes. So here what me I go do. Me I go through my wardrobe. Me I go through my closet. Me I go through my shoe stand. Me I go through where me keep me bag them. And me I go decide what can I give away. Because they might not, look here, Mark here, let me tell you something, me love bag, me love clothes. So I don't want nobody to say, yeah man, she'll give you something she don't want. Me want them. And most clothes nowadays stretch so they can fit you forever. So it's not a matter I'm not wanting, but me want something. How can I bless somebody today? Me go through me cupboard, me go through my fridge where me can give away. Today Wednesday. After me now go use all of them. After me, it don't make no sense you put them until they spoil and you throw them out. So bless somebody with them. Bless somebody with them. Yeah, man, you can do it. We can. We know how to do it. And we can make our community better places. It's all of us. Can you imagine? If one community will have 4,000 people in a night, if 2,000 people get up a morning and decide, I am going to make this community a better place, what a revolutionary change that would have been in the existing order of things. And let me tell you something. For most people, they want to hear revolution, then look at it as a bad thing. Revolution means a complete change in the existing order of things. And many of our communities need that kind of revolution. Let me fix it better. Revolution for me means a positive change in the existing order of things. Can you imagine with a community with 4,000 adults? This get up tomorrow morning and say, I am going to make a positive difference in the community that I live in the lives of all the members of this community. And you start to do good. That's what we are forced to reckon with. 2,000 adults in a community get up tomorrow morning and decide, so we're going to make a difference in the lives of the people in this community. We can do it. We have charted the course in many instances, but one of the things that we have an issue with is numbers. We don't have enough people that are willing and ready to give up themselves. I am saying to you today, give up yourself if you want your community to be a better place. The grills won't cut it. The grills won't cut it. That can't help you. We want everybody to feel the camaraderie within the community. We want everybody to feel like family. And sometimes for that, we never sure we can use the word family. Because in many instances, trust me, I love the people that want me pick. You see, when you pick them, you pick what you want. You pick the values that you want. Me that even know if I me pick Marsha or Marsha pick me, but let me tell you something. That's my sister for life. Thanks to volunteerism, thanks to being a community broadcaster, I wouldn't have met her. So you see, me tell them say volunteer pays. It does. Volunteer pays. I mean, I want people to volunteer. You know, take much, you know, if you take not 10 hours, not 20 hours, if you're on your way to that throw away garbage and you see a situation that you can nip in the bud, you can do it. I remember one Sunday I was going to the bin to throw out garbage, and I saw a young man. He was wearing a pullover. No rain, no fall. Oh, the sun is shining, no need it. And no snow, no fall at Jamaica. I said, sir, take off the thing over from off your head. What if a police come on now and see you with that in this regular weather? You know what can happen? Take that off your head. Sometimes they just try to be cute in them pullover, don't it? But guess what? The police might read something else in it. That not take no time out of me if you say that. That didn't take much from me, you know. But this is one of the things that happen to people. We know why. We're afraid. We're too afraid. And that's our problem. We're too afraid to fix the situation where we're going through. We're way too afraid. And because we're afraid, we make a lot of mistakes. And let me tell you something. Whether you're afraid or not, you better do something more before something do you. My mother always said, do something before something do you. So maybe that's why I always find so much time to do something.
So Arlene, and yeah, there's some great points and everything. You know, and you're right about all that stuff. You know, being aware of you know, of your surroundings, and you know, perception is reality. You know, in a lot of instances. So you made some great points in that. When it comes to young men, and that's why going to the foundation, which when I started the Lesman Ellis Foundation, I started Lesman Ellis Foundation to get after this perception versus reality mentality. You know, the perception right now and a lot of things is that, you know, foundations are not what it used to be. Our foundations are looking out for money, stuff like that. But the reality is that foundations not like that. You know, foundations are there for the people, especially the Les Mills Foundation. Les Mills Foundation is for the people. It's going there to doing things for the people. We can say about it's for Taunton Park or the inner city, but it's for the people. And I use in Jamaica. We have a motto in Jamaica. It's saying Jamaica, out of 21 people. That's it. So the foundation, the Les Mills Foundation, is for the people, and that's why I developed the Les Mills Foundation, is to get after a lot of things that you addressed. One thing he addressed was the young women. I started this new program called GBV and gender-based violence. Excuse my acronym. Gender-based violence, and gender-based violence all geared to a woman, and domestic abuse. I started a program that said we're going to start looking at a lot of young women that are experiencing a lot of gender-based violence. We're talking about, you know, these men. You're talking about try to, you know, that put their hands on women. They not only abuse them physically, but women do get abused mentally. Socially. So, and that's the biggest thing there is, to get after these young girls, young women, and and the mother and the young child may see this is now susceptible to that GBV, to that gender-based violence, domestic abuse, because now they view that this as a norm. And so that's one of the programs that we're doing. The Lesbians Foundation is going after a lot of these young women, young men, young women. Another thing we're doing right now is that I'm looking at a program right now where we can take kids from inner city Kingston, and it's a great program, Arlene. I'm telling you. Yeah, I'm working with, I said before, it goes back to what I said in one of my statements. I'm a retired major in the United States Army. As such, I have a lot of people that I talk to within all of the armed forces. So within the Air Force, Navy, Marines, Corps, stuff like that. So the Air Force came up with a program with the United States right now. United States Air Force came with a program where they're looking to say, okay, they're going to do a program, a cyber program where kids can do a cyber program within the United States itself, and to try to get them do some programs against each other, how to defend and how to do this with kids. Ages run from about 10 to 15, 16. I reached out to the United States Air Force saying, listen, I want to include a team in Jamaica to be a part of your program. I got accepted. You said, I want to use the foundation got accepted. The foundation got accepted to be a part of the United States Air Force. So starting next year, I'm going to start building teams in Jamaica. We'll start in teams in Jamaica. We can grab these kids, and so they can start working. And I'm looking beyond it now, so we can take these kids from the inner city, bring them to America, so they can be around other kids and teaching and everything. I'm looking at building three teams. I'm looking at building a co-ed team, an all-male team, and an all-female team itself to come to be that teams and go represent Jamaica and go to these and go to the States and represent the culture. And the team, and I call these teams, and the teams of the 11 Foundation, the name that I've given these teams right now, and we're still sourcing, is called Maroons. They're called the Maroons. And the reason why I came with the Maroons, Arlene, is because guess what? Our history, Jamaican history, is based on a group of resilient and determined Black people, that they were so determined that they fought oppression because they did not want to be under the rule of oppression. They wanted to go, they wanted freedom. They wanted to, and they pushed forward with that, through lethal, they did a lot of lethal stuff, and to non-lethal means, which they're doing right now up to this day. So the Maroon team I'm talking about right now is that they're going to represent the Lesbians Foundation and go on America. And I hope they're going to, I'm saying, it's a new team, but I'm still hoping they're going to kick some butt next year, which I'm going to look. And it goes back. That's why the Lesbian Foundation, we're having a foundation, we're having a raffle. I think I sent it to you. It's a raffle, where the foundation is three prize, a weekend for two at the AC Hotel. Arlene, the ticket, you may be the winner. You and your significant other can go to the Marriott for a weekend for two. Hey, it's sponsored by the AC Marriott. I want to say thanks to them about that. Yeah. And getting the second prize, that's the first prize, a weekend for two. The second prize is a dinner for two at Ribby's. I'm like, man, I'm telling you, Ribby's down by the waterfront. Trust me, a lot of dinner for two, very nice for a couple. Hey, Arlene, again, if you don't win the hotel weekend, you may. I'm not saying we don't do. You may go off and win something. I say, okay, you're gonna take a significant other to the Ribby's and eat some food. And the third prize now, for the Lesbians Foundation raffle is a massage for two. We always doing two now, because guess what? Hey, God that bonding process. And now, I'm gonna go to the CRT right here, the risk theory, compulsory risk theory. But I'm gonna say, hey, your significant other. I don't care who it is. And it's your significant other. It could be whomever you choose to take, or a friend.
Try your hunter or whosoever that other. I mean,
whomever you want to take.
You have more fun when you're not doing the thing alone. Imagine just sitting and eating that. Yeah, more fun with company.
Whoever you want to, and the third prize is a massage for two, you know, at one of these massage institution in Jamaica, in Kingston. I'm telling you, that's the foundation that we're doing, and all these funds is going towards raising money for events that we have. We have the computer marathon. Last year, I was in the show talking about it, where we taught over 100, 200 kids computers, basic knowledge on computer, and we also did programming. And we sent 6 students, the foundation sent 6 students to a computer course where they actually learn on computer programming. Yes, we did that. Nice. On Python language, I do write computer software language, Python language. And we're having this again. And the raffle supports the computer marathon. The raffle is going to help support to build a team for kids to go towards, so we can build teams, so that we can send these teams having a taste somewhere. You know, I believe in one thing: when kids see something positive, they're going to push towards that. So if I take a team, a team is going to be about 6. It's going to be about 4 per team, which is between 12 to 18 personnel. If I take that team, I take them to America, and put this team up to start working and doing things that they in turn is gonna understand. Hey, they don't have to go towards guns. They don't have to go towards violence, drugs. They can go towards IT, towards STEM, science, technology, engineering, mathematics, and do something good. Yeah. It's all about being positive role model. It's all about being a role model towards these young men and young women. So, Arlene, buy your ticket, jump online. You know, buy your tickets. You know, the raffle is still ongoing. We have extended dates to the 31st of August. So, find us online. We're on Les Mellis Foundation. We're online. You can Google us in. We are on Instagram. We on Twitter. We on Facebook. We're there. We all over. So I'll tell you, there's a lot of positive people out of the foundation, and what I'm doing right now is to bring out a lot more positive people, because there are people from the ghetto that are out there that would like to do something, but they're very hesitant. I'm telling you all right now, come out. I'm right here. You can reach out to me. You know, you can't miss me. Reach out to me. Email Lesman Ellis Foundation 2015 @gmail.com. That's me. I'm right there. So reach out to me by email. They can also reach out to you. I reach out to Roots 96.1. There's a lot of positive things we got going on for these kids, and I want to include and invite entire Jamaica to this.
Well, so many things. It is just so awesome, too good to be true. I love this. I so love this. I look at your team, the core, the male, all male, and the all female, the maroon team, the resilient team. I mean, yes. For you to reach out and they say yes. That's it. That's all we need. The yes, and you got that. And we have the teams. We have the teams. I came into the Torrington Park, and trust me, sometimes you wonder when you're going at these inner city. I want inner city me now. When you hear the children speak, some of your mentees, they're so eloquent. I say, wow. Torrington Park, like seriously? Yeah, Torrington Park.
I'm gonna tell you, Arlene, this was not easy. This was not an easy feat. When I tell you, I had to email the United States Air Force and anybody. When I got more direction turning different places. I kept on emailing until I got to the person I want, and then they told me. They told me yes.
Every turn they gave you, you took it. You didn't give up. I can't bother. That yes, fix the problem. You cannot can't bother.
I tell kids all the time. I tell kids all the time. There's no such thing. There's no such thing as a straight line in life. There's no such thing. In life, there's no such thing as straight line. In life, you have curves that you go through. And you have curves, you have corners you go through. There's no such thing as straight line. I did not navigate to where I am due to a straight line. I went through a whole bunch of hardship to be where I'm at right now.
Right.
There's no such thing as a straight line in life. So in what I did, I knew that there's not going to be a straight line to where I wanted to take this program to.
The Maroon, the resilient team, the Maroon,
the resilience team.
You don't know.
You like that one? I know you like that.
I love it. I love it. I'm enjoying myself, really. Because I say, no, sir. You could have said, Troya, it don't make no sense. Every time you talk to somebody, they might send me on the next corner. But guess what? You kept going. Where I said the journey starts, 1,000 miles start with one step. So you took all the steps. And if it didn't even have to be 1,001 steps, you would have taken it. Because guess what? You know this is a good thing. Mm-hmm. And you know, let me tell you something. You see, one thing. I knew somebody had spoken about doing something like this before. He got some street children to do some overseas exchange, something almost like what you're talking about, and it worked because guess what? These street children they had to get parental consent, so that brought them back into the home. So and you know, let me tell you something. When people are out, you know. When we put on pretty clothes, we tend to act different. So these children, knowing that they were going over, they don't come back and be street children again and they pass street and get their parents problem. No, they started to behave differently. So we know with the cohort of young men and women that you have, the limit is beyond the sky. It can't get worse. It has to get better. The limit is beyond the sky. I see this soaring to new heights. I'm picturing this soaring to new heights. It's
Arlene, we got to talk some more about this because I'm telling you, we're gonna talk about the teams that we're because I'm telling you, the Maroons are gonna be a resilient and a team that is going just like we have the reggae boys and reggae girls.
All the time. I just want to thank you for coming. All the time. I said the time run fast fly when you enjoy yourself. No, fast fly. No fly fast. Fast fly, man.
So good.
When you enjoy.
Before I go, I want to say one thing again. Check us out, the Leslie Ellis Foundation. We are online. We have an upcoming raffle. The raffle is for a worthy cause. The Leslie Ellis Foundation upcoming raffle. Buy your tickets. Look out for your tickets. It's extended for another month. Buy your tickets.
Thank you so much for sharing, Professor Ian Campbell. Thank you for being my guest. God bless you.
Thank you.
Wow, good.
Thank you. Thank you so very much. All right. Thank you. Have a good day. Thank you, Isis and the team 96.1 FM.
Investment over profit right now. Inheritance when me see it, me alright being me. Yo, if you want.
It is 12 o'clock right here on Roots FM 96.1 on the FM band. You just heard another Mech We Talk Wednesdays program, of course, hosted by Arlene Bailey. And thank you so much as well,